Alphacool Eisbaer Aurora 360 Opinion. The Alphacool Eisbaer Aurora 360 is available at retail for $152.26. Plus, good cooling performance, perfect memory and GPU clearance, good build quality, all copper loop, RGB lighting for those who want it, expandable by design with quick release fittings, minus a touch loud at maximum fan RPM. Warranty could be a bit more generous. RGB illumination on the pump could be improved. Mounting hardware could use some tweaks. RGB lighting may not be to everyone's taste. While the Alphacool Eisbaer Aurora 360 can be considered a bit expensive, it is still in the same price range as many other 360mm offerings from popular manufacturers. It is also worth noting that rather than getting a mixed metal loop for your money, you are getting an all-copper loop and the option to expand. Alphacool offers their Eiswolf line of GPU blocks, under others, for easy expansion, which coincidentally will soon be updated to match the current Eisbaer lineup, so if you want an easy way to configure a full loop, this isn't a bad option by any means. It also doesn't hurt that overall performance as is remains quite solid, and while it could be better with different fans, the included ones offer the ever-polarizing option of RGB lighting. That having been said, as configured, the Eisbaer Aurora 360 offers performance that is a bit better than most 360mm coolers and only falls behind the Intermax Lick Max 3A RGB 360 and the Swift KH360X3 AIO. Sadly, noise levels could do with some improvements as at maximum RPM as the fans are fairly loud, reaching 48 dB. Keep in mind my sweet spot target is sub 45 dB when a cooler is pushed to the limit, as noise levels below that are not as noticeable and typically won't annoy the end user. Build quality feels good as well, with the fins being straight and no real problem areas from a functionality standpoint. Clearance around the socket, system memory, and graphics card was perfect as well. Only the mounting hardware feels a bit underwhelming. I would prefer the use of standoffs that hold the back plate rather than the simple adhesive, as it would allow the block to slide down over said standoffs, making for an easier time in securing the pump block. In general, that style of mount is easier to work with while still providing adequate socket support. The default hardware by Alphacool, on the other hand, requires a bit of assembly, and the lining up of the screws with the backplate holes can be a bit fiddly, especially in tight spaces. As for the warranty, Alphacool offers 2 years, which feels a bit lacking as many closed-loop coolers offer 3 and in some cases 5 years. Granted, I understand that giving users the option to expand potentially creates more issues, but I would still feel a bit more comfortable with at least a 3-year warranty here. Other than that, I will say that the inclusion of RGB lighting was a nice touch for a large number of potential users. However, the lighting on the pump could be a bit better. It is only really noticeable through the window on the pump block. The fans, on the other hand, look quite nice, but will push less air than traditional fans, which has the design trade performance for a bit of bling. While there is nothing wrong with that considering its solid performance, it is still worth noting. Overall, the Alphacool Eisbaer Aurora 360 is a solid offering that feels like a jack of all trades, with cooling and noise being about average. The main reason to buy this liquid cooler over the competition is that it features an all-copper loop and remains easily serviceable and expandable, if either is important to you or even a requirement. The Eisbaer Aurora 360 is an easy product to recommend. If you are looking for pure performance per dollar, better options are available.